know I wrote a book, right? It's called Buy a Game, and it's free. Click the link down there. You got it.
DreAllDay.com.
What up, everybody? Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. We are here talking about the Western Conference second round playoff series. Disclaimer, I'm recording this video Sunday night, so we already know who won Game 1 of both series in the West. We know the Warriors won Game 1. Draymond Green with a triple-double. Clay had 37. And we know the Spurs just kicked the Oklahoma City Thunder's ass in Game 1, but people still wanted me to do these second round previews. So I'm going to do it anyway after the fact that the round already started, the first game is already played. So let's start with the number 1 series, which is the Golden State Warriors against the Portland Trailblazers. Now, coming into this series, I am going to keep it real that I thought Portland might have a chance to actually beat Golden State. I thought maybe Damian Lillard getting to play in his hometown of Oakland against the Warriors, and the fact that Portland did beat them once in the regular season, and the fact that Stephen Curry is not playing, I thought maybe Portland might have a chance to come in here and actually beat Golden State in the series, not just in one game, but in the series. And I still think Portland has an outside chance to win, but they got to win a game in Golden State. We won't know until Game 2 if they can do that. I don't think they're so much overmatched against Golden State without Stephen Curry. Yes, I know Klay Thompson has the second most threes ever in the season behind Steph Curry, and Draymond Green is a beast. That dude can go get a triple-double whenever he feels like it, especially if one of the other star guys is not there. He always goes out, and he always shows up. He delivers. So I'm a fan of Draymond Green. Good player. Iguodala hasn't even got a chance to be that much of a factor this year as he was at least last year in the finals so much. And Sean Livingston is a great fill-in at point guard. He's not a bad person to have filling in for you as your plan B point guard on your team. So Sean Livingston is a guy who you're not going to get that much worse when he steps into play. And he doesn't shoot threes anything like Curry, but they still putting points on the board because he gets the ball around to those other guys and they get it done. As far as Portland goes, I'm not a big fan of the Portland team. There's nothing about Portland that excited me this season. They would not have won that first round series if Chris Paul didn't get hurt. I think even if Blake Griffin got hurt and he didn't play, but Chris Paul played, the Clippers were going to win that series. So I didn't pick Portland to even get out of the first round. They got out of the first round. They did what they're supposed to do. The two best players on the other team not playing, you should beat them. And they did do that. They went out and beat them in 6 games, which I respect. I am a fan of their backcourt, Damian Lillard and McCollum. Those guys both nice. Plumlee been playing really well. And they're another team that has, like I talked about in the Eastern Conference with the Pacers and the Heat and even the Raptors, they got all these role players who you got guys that step up. Everybody just do your job every night. And every night at least one of them just steps up and goes a little bit above and beyond what you expect. And that's how they get W's. And then you got your star guys, of course, they got to deliver on a normal level like you expect them to. But as far as the Golden State Warriors go, I mean, Klay Thompson's an all-star. His confidence is way, way up right now. Draymond Green is like the emotional leader of the team. Everybody follows his lead, and he always brings it mentally and on top of bringing it physically, which is even more important. So since Portland did lose Game 1, I'm going to give Portland enough credit in this series that I think they can win 2 games. I say Portland can win 2 games in this series only because they are an inexperienced team. As far as I see, they're inexperienced when it comes to winning in the playoffs. I know Lillard has some W's, and they got guys who've had a couple W's in other places. They won the first round, but I don't put that much stock in it because honestly, they beat a team that was missing 2 max contract all-stars. I don't see that as that much of an accomplishment, honestly. No disrespect to Portland as a team. They're still a good NBA team, but I mean, you beat a team that was missing 2 max players. That ain't saying that much. And it's not like they just killed the Clippers in that last game. That Game 6, the Clippers were still in it down to the last shot of the game. So it's not like Portland just went out and just stepped on them and smashed them out of there. It was still a game despite the fact that the Clippers were playing with fill-in guys who wouldn't even get in the game a lot of times when Chris Paul and Blake Griffin was healthy. So I'm going to give Portland 2 games, and I think that's generous. This series might go 5. And depending on how Portland comes out, how they show up at home in Game 3, despite what happens in Game 2, this series very well could be a sweep. And that's assuming that Golden State wins Game 2. So they might not even win Game 2. But I will give Portland the benefit of the doubt just because they won the first round series. And Damian Lillard, I think, can pull one out for them. Him and McCollum together can pull at least 1 game out for them. I say Portland can win 2 games in this series. But I would not be surprised if it's a sweep. But overall, I think if I just think about it logically, I think the series goes 5 games. But I'm going to give Portland the benefit of the doubt and say that they could possibly win 2 games this series goes 6. And Golden State, even if Stephen Curry does not play at all in this series, I think Golden State wins this series in 6 games or fewer, with or without Stephen Curry. So that's my pick. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this second round series. Again, disclaimer, I'm making this on Sunday night. We already know Golden State won game 1, but I did it late. That's just the situation. So that's how we're going to deal with it. That's how we living. Work on your game. DreAllDay.com. Make sure you follow me on social media, Snapchat. You see it right there. The code's going to come up. Dre Baldwin. My Instagram is the same name, at Dre Baldwin. My Twitter and my Periscope, both at Dre All Day. Y'all know my website, DreAllDay.com. Any business inquiries, hit me via email, Dre@DreAllDay.com, or you can just send me a snap. Work on your game. Dre All Day.